It's almost like it's became marketing 101 whenever a movie is coming out, and people know, everyone knows, especially people in the studio, they understand this movie is going to get panned by audiences because it's going to have that forced bullshit going on in it. They always have to release that statement where they're like, actress or actor speaks out against the trolls being racist, and they're like, I don't care if you don't, this isn't for you, you don't watch it. And I'm like, dude, that hasn't worked in years. No one cares anymore. Like, you can only throw the word racism around so much to where now it means less than it ever has. It means nothing anymore. Like, dude, it goes in one ear and out the other for me. I don't even give a damn.
Honestly, I actually get upset if I don't get called racist at this point in time. It's just a compliment now. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I haven't been called racist today. I guess I haven't had a good video in a few days then, because being racist just means you had a video that got a lot of traction. I was never called a racist until I had a successful YouTube channel.
Dude, that is for damn sure. That is for damn sure. Real quick, this is my alt channel, and my main channel is in danger every day of getting banned as a result of talking with these amazing people very candidly. So please do me a favor and subscribe down below. Helps me out a lot. Get the hell on it, doggone it. But luckily, being us, like, we lean into that shit because we understand like where we're at and we understand who we are. Somebody can call me racist all day and I'll just agree with them at this point. I'm like, yeah, you right. I don't like anybody darker than me. Get out of my face. Like,
just lean into it.
It's so stupid now. And you'll notice that the only people that can get canceled now are people that are still residing, like, I guess, on the left of that spectrum. And they're trying, because they're still used to that 2014 to 17, like, mentality to where if anything comes out that can be spicy, you got to apologize immediately. And when you apologize, you lose and they tear you apart. It's the same thing that Jordan Peterson said years ago to Ethan Klein. He's like, eventually, you know, these people you're catering to will destroy you when you make one wrong move, and it happens. So either A, you have to always walk on eggshells for the rest of your life, or B, tell them to each asshole. And that's what I've been doing for years. Damn.
Well, this all started for me in 2017 because of Trump, because I voted for Trump in 2016. I didn't publicize it because, you know, I kind of came from a time where your politics really didn't matter and you really weren't supposed to blurt it out anyway. Who cares who you voted for? But I started to see social justice activists kind of like, they would see like, oh, I heard so-and-so's a Trump supporter, we should out them. And it's like this, it's like, okay. And then so I was like, I don't want to build an audience that's going to get offended if they find out I'm a Trump supporter. You know what I mean? I don't want to build an audience for that. So I was like, if that's the case, if you're just here to try to find out my political opinion to then weaponize it, I'll just weaponize it myself. Fuck you, I voted for Trump. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? So that's why I talk about him so much. Like, at the end of the day, yes, I'm a Trump supporter. I'm very proud of Donald Trump. I will vote for him in 2024 very proudly. The reason I talk about it so much, though, is because the freaks out there on the left have made it to where you can't talk about it, or they want you to feel that you can't. And my idea is I'm going to talk about him so fucking much, you're going to get tired of hearing about it. And so that's what I do. That's what I do.
And dude, exactly. It's a great point, because the entire tactic, and I've like analyzed this with my dumb redneck brain so many times. The tactic is people want to morally shame you, and that's how they get their kicks or their endorphin rush. And if you don't allow them to do so, i.e. by leaning into it, oh, you voted for Trump? I sure did. I'm gonna do it again, bitch. What you gonna do about it? And then and they'll respond with, well, you're a terrible person. And then you reply with, I agree, I am a terrible person. And they're like, oh, okay, we'll carry on, I guess. Like, it's over. You lost. You know,
they want you shamed. They want you to apologize. They want you to beg for their forgiveness. And when you don't do that, they have no power. They have no power whatsoever.
And honestly, I feel like the tide is turning. By the way, Raccoon Wrenching, how do you get over the things? And how did I get better on camera? Just by being on camera. The first like 3 to 4 months I was on YouTube, I was weird as hell. And then all of a sudden I wasn't anymore. Well, I'm still weird, but this is just how I am in real life. That's how I do it. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's repetition. I mean, it's like anything else in life. I mean, I don't think you're going to meet a content creator, period, that feels like they did their best work in the first few videos. I don't think that's possible. No, dude, I've talked to a lot of big YouTubers, and they're like, yeah, you know, my first few videos are really cringe and all that. And so everybody feels that way.
They always are.
You're always going to get better.
Yeah, dude. Like if I see one of my old videos like recommended to me, I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna scroll past that bitch. Please don't. I don't want to watch that. It's awful. Like,
oh man, like my haters, you fucking weirdos. Like if you really want to make me cringe, just clip out something I said back in the day, and I'll be like, oh, don't clip that. You know, like they love to clip that. I like The Last Jedi, or I love The Last Jedi clip. They love to use that thing on me. So I have debunked that thing so many fucking times. So I was in Houston, Texas. And you know, Josiah Rises is. So I was in Houston, Texas. Josiah's been with me forever. I was making a video and I was talking about The Last Jedi, but I meant to say The Force Awakens in that clip, but I said I love The Last Jedi, and I think it did a damn good job for what it needed to do for Star Wars. I meant to say the Force Awakens in that moment. No. So I sent the video to Josiah, and I'm like, hey, can you please edit this part out? Because, and this was before I even had a following. Like, I think I had like 5,000 subscribers or some shit on YouTube when this happened. But the channel was at least starting to get some traction. So I sent it to Josiah. I'm like, hey, can you clip that out? You know, misspoke, whatever. He says, yes. So he's like, he took the clip and he showed it to me of what he did. He slowed it down. He's like, can I post this in the Facebook group and say we exposed you? I'm like, fuck yeah, you can. That's fucking awesome. So he did that. And then like 2 years later, when the following picked up, apparently that clip went viral on Reddit. And these fucking weirdos like, we finally got him, boys. We found him saying he loves The Last Jedi. And they keep using it. And every time these retards use it, it just shows me how mentally ill they are because they have nothing. It's so funny. But fuck Josiah.
It's so beautiful when they go back to the same criticism from years ago. And then that's when you know, like, you're doing it right because you haven't done anything wrong. And that's me, because I don't do anything. I'm super vanilla. I don't like, when I go to cons, I'll drink alone. I might talk to a few people, go back to my room. I don't do anything weird. I don't say anything out of the way to people. So people always go back to the same thing that happened in 2020 when I wrecked my stock car and I did a GoFundMe. They go back to it every time and they're like, you rob people. And I'm like, no, I fixed my car. That was the whole point. And then I wrecked it again. So it was great. So, yeah. And they always go back to the same damn thing. And dude, I'll just never understand it. I'll never understand it. And, dude, have you ever had a like a stalker doxing situation?
I've had a couple of minor issues, but they were never anything I was gonna make public because I felt like it would only bring more of that stuff up. But nothing too bad. I mean, I've had some instances I won't say publicly because it'll just give people ideas, you know, for what happened. Minor things, but nothing major up to this point because I've been very good about keeping as much information as private as humanly possible.
Dude, they got my ass.
Yeah.
I got swatted and shit. But luckily where I live, it's no knock warrants are illegal. So they had to knock first and talk to me, and they all had their guns and shit. And I was like, dude, it's just, there's a guy online. I'm a YouTube guy, and he's been going after me for a long time. And then once I said the email that he always uses, they all relaxed. The main guy relaxed, and then they all relaxed. And they're like, oh, we get it now. And I'm like, yep, it's just a dude trying to get me killed. But he doesn't realize he was from a different country, and he thought that they would just kill me or come in and blow my door down or something. But that's not how it works here. So yeah, it was wild, dude. It was absolutely wild. And my friend Melanie was going through a situation like that, and she's still actually going through it.
Oh, Melanie Mac. Oh yeah.
So dude, I don't understand where these people come from or why they care. When I don't like a creator, which is very rare, I'll be honest, like, because I don't care enough. But if I was to dislike a creator, I would just not watch their content. Like, I don't understand where they're going into emails, trying to Google you, trying to find out who you are, trying to do all this.
They're mentally ill people. I mean, that's just most of these people are mentally ill. Like, you have to be mentally ill to obsess over a fucking YouTuber you don't like.